So I'm just sitting here about this. They be changing it, right? Like, that's what they care about. Got some of this, right? Yeah, got some of this, bro. I'm liking it, bro. I feel my Chuck E. Cheese shit, huh? Is that what you feel? The Chuck E. Cheese shit? Get the fuck out. You'll be alright, bro. He's like, you'll be alright. He's like, yeah, that's me back in my day. I was like, well, I was more like a poly guy, right? And so I'd be like, you doing okay, right? He'd be like, and it's like, kidding, bro. Remember that scene from Goodfellas? Yeah, that's funny, huh? That was a funny. I was blasting up back then. It's like, it's cracking up. That's just funny. Honestly.
Swordfish.
Swordfish. Like he's dead on the fart. Sorry, bro, you're dead over there. Is that yeah? So don't joke like that, bro. I'm saying he's all staring into space, right? Yeah, this tart's all staring into space, bro. So like, I'm saying he's like a kidding, bro. He's like, what are you talking about? I know it's like fucking sick. It's good. I'm saying it's good. So I'm gonna do some shit around. Oh, you like that, huh? So like, it's like I'm saying, yeah. It's not funny, yeah. Like, what's bad about it? Hey, this shit really kills your ass, bro. I don't care. It's just I can handle it. I can't handle it, bro. I swear. Yeah, I can really handle that shit, bro. Okay, it's good. You know what I'm saying? Best skills, I'll take it to the top. Right? That's where you start. You start at the top. You make changes. Go to the top and you make changes, bro. I believe construction is very necessary for the world, bro. Constructing these buildings out there, right? Constructing these buildings out there, like construction workers. Say, but one thing I would oblige to, like being a construction worker, I would only oblige to building a place if it's to my society's standards. Just throwing it out there, bro. Like seriously, I wouldn't be building these buildings if like they weren't good enough. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they be in all these things, right? There ain't none of that, right?
Okay.
Because you know the geometry is just so simple. That's not proud of, bro. Honestly, some of that shit architecturally, it's just poor. I've seen some real architecture out there. That's even not even my standard, bro. Had I really got the piece of paper and the numbers and the geometry going, like, I mean, you have no idea, honestly. Like, wait till I actually get the paper, bro. You know what I'm saying? You'd be crying. I swear to God. I'm serious. You'd be fucking crying. You know what I'm saying? You don't want me to get on that shit, bro. I swear to God, I'll build something you wouldn't even believe. Honestly. Like, literally. You don't want me to get that paper, bro. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you don't have any idea, bro. Like, I'm like, I don't have the time for it. Because, like, realistically, in terms of, like, all the shit I have to do. Now that we're on the situation, I'll tell you about it, bro. I really fucking want to just demolish the shit out of your fucking architecture. Your architecture, right? Because that ain't architecture. So I love what they did with the 12 by 8 architecture down there. 12 by 8. Pretty close, right? 12 by 8. So it's really good. It's like, it's not really good. It's just like 12 by 8 is just great. I'm looking at something weird. I'm saying my architecture would have been mathematically plausible. mathematically fit or mathematically standard for the shit. You know what I'm saying? And people don't know anything about real architecture. Period. So I'll break their fucking roll. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, I'm kidding. Honestly, like yeah, you would. You know what I'm saying? Like they'd be like lost in Neverland, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never having to deal with this guy for as long as I live. And I don't give a fuck what the fuck this guy fucking is doing. Real architecture is just as big as the Sierra fucking Mountains. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. Real architecture is like the trees in Chesapeake, there'd be like millions and trees out there the size of fucking, yeah, higher than the fucking clouds, right? Yeah, I doubt it. Yeah, higher than the clouds, we're talking 60,000 feet in there, right? Yeah, 60,000 foot tree. I believe they're out there. 60,000 foot tree and an atmosphere that's a lot different, right? Somewhere out in the universe, I'd be thinking big like that, and saying like, a planet could have a different mass. And everything would be completely different based on the sun and the weather conditions. I mean, there could be planets out there with trees just so huge. Like, we're talking millions of feet. I'm kidding, bro. Million feet trees. So, hey, dude, there's our star is not even like a fraction. Like, I mean, it's just like it's so small to some of those stars out there. Like, you can't even see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's impossible, right? You know what I'm saying? You can't even see it standing next to it. Just like put them next to it, like you'd be like, where the fuck is it, bro? It'd be just gone, right? You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying? So we got these planets out there, right? You know what I'm saying? And they'd be like, yeah, revolving in the sun. I'm saying these planets start through rock. I'm saying, and then I'm saying, there's a black hole in every center of every galaxy, right? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so like, we got these stars, right? And maybe they not be rotating around the sun, but they are, right? So mathematically, they are, to be honest with you. Mathematically, they are. You know what I'm saying? Because due to the mass being warping space and time, these things would be like, due to mass warping space and time, these things are like, you know what I'm saying? They're forced to revolve around. They're forced to spin, right? You know what I'm saying, on an axis around the thing, and these asteroids could be just coming around these elliptical orbits, and you know what I'm saying, you better fucking get that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying, and these asteroids be coming around these elliptical orbits, and they fall on them, right? And they hit each other, right? And then they start spinning. They turn real hot around the sun, right? The sun's burning it, right? And they'd be spinning in circles for like falling on an axis. So the axis is like at an angle on a slope. So they'd be spinning on an axis around the sun, right? And the sun's like perfect temperature for the sun. And be burning lava, right? Lava. Then after like millions of years, you know what I'm saying, it'll probably get to the point where it's close enough to the sun where it'll cool down. And you have so much land and it turns to water, and these things out there, these pieces of land or whatever, they turn to lava, and they turn to water, and they turn to land, and they start pushing it off in certain directions and shit, and like, you know what I'm saying? But the real rest of it, I like the lava. Life starts from, I believe what they said back in the day, that life was just it was just a pool, not pool, it was like a swamp, you know what I'm saying, of chemicals. It was just a swamp. It was not a swamp, but it was just very beautiful areas on Earth were very rarely produced some. It must have had a lot back in the day, right? You have to be very fucking awesome to find these areas on the planet. I mean, they're hard to find. They're just hard to find. So it was probably just some beautiful area of rock and water and hot steam bubbling these things, mud forming these things, You know what I'm saying? Like mud forming these things and you know what I'm saying? Mud forming these things, and eventually life would have probably started at the cellular level, or the point at which, you know what I'm saying, bubbles. You know what I'm saying? See, first of all, the thing about bubbles, it goes back to the tetrahedron too. You get cold water and you get hot water. You know what I'm saying, they're not fully exact opposites, right? They're not fully exact opposites, but when you get them in heat and you start bubbling them, now that's a true cycle right there. So we're talking water being evaporated through bubbling fucking water. So first of all, the water has to be somewhat warm or cold to start with, right? And then it's getting heated up. That right there is an a double-edged, inverted, way for like this tetrahedron to fit perfectly in it. So we got this triangle facing upwards and a triangle facing downwards, and a center, median for both of these things. So you know what I'm saying, that's the only conditions. You know what I'm saying, the most beautiful conditions for water and anything stuffs. These must have been beautiful things to see back. We're talking like rocks that were like, you know, very gaseous. And those gaseous rocks are still around today, right? I heard about it. What I'm saying, they release some sort of chemical, and it's gaseous. And, so, and these chemicals, work. These chemicals work, right? You know I'm saying, the chemicals work. And I'm saying the gaseous and shit, right? They're gaseous and shit, right? And that's just fucked up, right? Not some real shit. Not some gaseous shit. So it's just gas. Bubble. I mean, these places must have been really beautiful. Where are you gonna find these places, right? Here's the problem with it nowadays, right? We got bacteria. We got so many things nowadays. I mean, like, to find these places nowadays, bacteria is feeding off all these beautiful things in the real world. They're just living off shit. I mean, you ever go down these paths down here, these birds will eat the shit so fast. I mean, but the water smells so good. You never see these things, right? Even bacteria is modern day reservoirs. Even the Indians can't get to these places, bro. Like, that's how pure they were. You know what I'm saying? Like, bacteria is just eating this shit completely. So, you know what I'm saying, modern day thing, bacteria is forming. We got these things eating these beautiful places up before they can, reach high levels. Like shit, water, all these things, all being eaten through birds drinking in sewers and shit. You know what I'm saying? And these aren't even the beautiful places, bro. The beautiful places have been over adapted, inhabited, and just completely demolished. And the higher, you know what I'm saying, we'll never, you know what I'm saying, to get these places in there, it's impossible. It's nearly impossible because we need these bacteria to eat these things, to fucking get these things to be like what we need these bacteria to eat these things. Like, it's like a fact. Like, trees aren't gonna grow in some stupid situation, right? You know what I'm saying? They're just not gonna grow in some stupid situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you try to grow a tree and put it like in some weird situation, bro. It's just gonna adapt to its environment. You know what I'm saying? It may grow straight up, right? I'm saying, like, but if you like try to try to get the whole mainframe on it. So what are we talking here is like birds, right? So like, let's just say we wanted to get something to grow really high, right? And like, but like, you know what I'm saying, we wanted to perfect it beautifully. The bacteria on it needs to be in there if we're gonna cover it up, right? The bacteria isn't gonna need it, and we're gonna need all these natural life systems, right? And we're gonna need all these natural life systems. So there's no way to actually say, all right, you know what I'm saying, we get these pesticides to stop eating this thing. It's good, we can do that, yes. But you know what I'm saying, to get these trees to grow within these. I mean, we can get these pesticides. I don't really believe so much about pesticides. Pesticides is just one thing, right? So, we could build the marijuana plants, right? Like I'm saying, pesticides free, right? You know what I'm saying, but saying you're not gonna tell me that